Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to make a video going over my newest competition gun. Will you sit still? Got a dog on the couch with me. My newest competition gun, a Beretta 92 XI, single action only. I've been using this gun for 3 months now. I think I've used it in 3 or 4 matches. I've been shooting it in. This weekend I shot at limited division, but I've been shooting it in limited optics division with this setup. We'll start off first. I have a Vortex Defender XL sitting on top. I have the front window all taped up. I shoot occluded. I don't shoot red dots very often, so I have trouble not just staring at the dot when I shoot. So I've been doing that to work on that. I'd like to break the habit of using or shooting occluded, but for now it's been working pretty good for me. Just so after 3 or 4 targets, I'm not just staring right at my red dot. I have that mounted up top. That might go on a different gun here before too long, or I might just buy a separate one. I'm going to shoot it in limited division for a little while. I want to get the classification for that up. I started the sport out, or started USPSA in limited division. I want to get that up to at least B class. Technically I'm B class now because I'm A class in revolver. I want to get this, but this is at like 55%. So I want to get that up to mid B. I'd like to be at least 65%. Next thing I've done on it, I have a threaded barrel on it. It doesn't come from the factory with this. The barrel these come with is pretty much flush with the slide. It's a real stubby barrel on these. I put the threaded barrel on it partially because I just had one. This is my 3rd Beretta, and I also have a Gerson Regard that I bought years and years ago. It's Beretta 92 clone. So I've got a lot of extra Beretta stuff sitting around from over the years. I got this when I built my open gun, and one got lost in shipping. I ordered a second one. The first one turned up, so I just had this one sitting in the package. So, well, I paid for it. I might as well use it. But it is nice because I like to rack it from the front. So you load a mag, rack it where Berettas are scalloped out here. You like to grab that, check for show and clear, or just for a press check. I like that. With the extended barrel, that makes it so I'm not, if you're grabbing it like this, or even in a hurry grabbing it here, with the short barrel, you're a lot more likely to get in front of it. Well, it's just a safety issue. 2, at a competition, that'll get you disqualified. So, and looks cooler. Friend of mine at the match also pointed out it does keep the glass on the light cleaner. If the barrel was pretty much flush with the slide, all the carbon from when you shoot is going to be building up on this glass, which is it messes up that plastic. You can mess that up over time or permanently stain it. And these aren't very cheap either. I don't really feel like ruining this. So there are a few reasons for it on there. I wouldn't say it's a necessity, but there are a few reasons to have it on there. But I think it stands out the most are the grips I have on it. There you go, focus. It's a Beretta, so you got to use, you're almost obligated to use Stars grips on it. Big reason I really like Berettas is from playing Resident Evil when I was younger. That's why I started shooting Berettas, because I shoot what I like, and then if you shoot what you like enough, you get good with it. So I think there are better guns to use than these, but I really like these, and I shoot these pretty well because I shoot them the most because I like them. So started shooting Berettas because of Resident Evil. Definitely got to put the Resident Evil grips on them. These are from DS Grips. They're definitely good grips. Highly recommend getting some of these if you want this. You should go check them out. Definitely good quality. You get them with a competition grit on here. It's not as aggressive as, I can't think of what the grip textures people use. Go put it on there. On my other guns, like on the back of my competition 929 there. That is Gorilla Tape, like grip tape, or for like steps and stuff, like non-slip tape. This is super aggressive. So that's why I hold on to this. It doesn't work its way loose in my hand. I really like that. That's good stuff. That's cheap. You get it at Walmart. So if you want a cheap, easy option, that's a good option. I don't have that on this gun. This is kind of more of a duty style gun than my other like dedicated competition guns with like that aggressive grip tape, even if it's just on the front and back. It catches your shirts. It wears on them, wears a hole in them. It is sitting there right on your side because I use a little bit tighter holster tighter to my side than a competition rig that's this far out. It's sitting there wearing on your side and it rubs the hell out of you. The last match I shot this in, I shot from appendix. Some of you might have seen my videos of me practicing with that. Starting to do that with really aggressive grip tape right here, just gonna be sandpapering the hell out of my stomach. I don't want that. The light, I already touched on it. It is a TLR1 HL. I just wanted more of a general use handgun. Figured a light was a good idea to have on that. It's kind of a home defense, duty style gun. Duty style, I'm not law enforcement or military or anything, so there's no real duty, but full-size practical handgun. Not like a USPSA open gun or a subcompact gun that I would carry more often. I don't carry this thing, even though I was practicing and shooting from appendix. This is a big gun. Not going to carry this. Usually if I feel the need to carry this much gun, I'm probably just not going to go there. Next thing, the magwell. The magwell is from Springer Precision. It is nice. Flares out a little bit. It's not like what I have on my open gun where it's like a cereal bowl down here. So nothing too crazy. I like it because it does kind of force your hand up into a high, like kind of scrunches your hand all in there. I have fairly big hands, so I don't think I have an empty mag handy. But you can see, even with the magwell, my hand swallows that down here. So when you go to drop an empty mag, it'll hang up on your hand. This helps mitigate that. Does a pretty good job at that. I also just had this sitting around because this is what I originally put on my first Beretta from when I started shooting competition. I had this on there, took it off, put one of the big competition ones on. This is just sitting in my kind of spare parts drawer. And so, oh, cool, I have that. Slap that on there. Another thing I had, the last thing I changed out, you tell the takedown lever. That is from my Beretta 92X Performance. That's what comes stock on that one. I was able to swap the one that came on this one, put that in that one into this gun. The reason I did that, you can see how much that sticks out there. That's where I put my thumb when I shoot. It's not really a gas pedal. There's not a whole lot you're getting on there to really push down, but it is a consistent index point to where you come out, hands meet, thumb hits there, and you're getting a consistent draw and pointing every time. So I swapped this one out, put it on this gun, took just the factory one that's a lot flatter. Put that on my other one, because my other Beretta is set up as an open gun. It has an actual, like a big competition style gas pedal. You know, it's 1.5 by inch wide. So I've got my full thumb on there, like that, an actual gas pedal. The takedown lever doesn't matter. This other takedown lever fits underneath the red dot mount I have on the other gun, because it clamps onto the bottom rail here, comes around, and the red dot sits about here. So the smaller takedown lever makes it easier for me to pop the slide off of that gun. So it was kind of a win-win. It worked. Oops. It worked out better for both guns. It was more convenient for me. I don't think that's a necessity either, but I do really like having that on there. But even when I first got the gun, like go there, it felt like my thumb was just kind of hanging out here. I wasn't sure what to do with it. With that on there, it gives you a nice, consistent index point, which I really like. If you like Berettas, I would definitely suggest picking one of these up. This thing is probably one of my favorite handguns to shoot right now, but it's also relatively new, so I'm sure you all know how that is. A few things I'm going to do to it. I'm going to put a nicer single action trigger in it. This one's got a lot of slop in it. Not a bad break, but it does have a lot of play there. Probably go with the Volker Precision. That's what I put in my 92X Performance. That one cleaned that one up quite a bit, but that gun is also single action, double action. This one is single action only. So that trigger should clean this up a little bit, make it a little bit nicer. And I might get extended safeties, or at least on the left side of the gun. I haven't had any trouble coming up and hitting this one, but it was just a little bit more would be nice, just kind of rest my thumb on it a little bit better. We'll see. I'm still kind of tossing around the idea of that one. I've had my 92X Performance for 3 years now. Coming up on 3 years, I think. And it's got the exact same safeties as this one. I've thought about putting the extended one in that one pretty much the whole time. And when I was ready to pull the trigger on them, they were out of stock. And I never really thought about it other times. So it's not super necessary, but it'd be kind of a nice upgrade. But I don't. We'll see if I decide to jump the gun on that or not. Or if I impulse buy it, and then I think if I put a new one in there, I'd be happy with it. I'm not unhappy with how it is now. We'll see if I get the impulse to do it. I think that's just about everything. If you guys have any questions, comments, thoughts, anything else, be sure to let me know. Be sure to leave a comment. And if you're not, I'd appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.